everyone, how's it going? I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction we watched probably the most disappointing thing we've seen in all year. The OVA of Lugar Code 1951.
If you want to check out our reaction to the OVA of Lugar Code 1951, hit the link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. And I do want to preface this by saying it's only disappointing because it wasn't a series.
There's no more of it.
There's
just
nothing
one
more.
Just one OVA.
Went to go look up the manga. It's literally a 3-chapter manga. It might as well be a one-shot.
Yeah, we're only disappointed this didn't get the full series treatment. It deserves so much more. Absolutely loved it.
Now, I want to challenge you to think of as many werewolf anime as you can think of.
Okay. Like, about werewolves or featuring? Or both?
We'll do both.
Okay.
There's Wolf's Rain.
The big one.
That's a huge one. Let's see, there's Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf.
Those are popular as shit. Really popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there was one of the Guardians of Luna. I think that was a movie at one point in time. And then they've
most of the time they're kind of featured. Werewolves are kind of featured as like side characters in like vampire anime.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Or like Darkstalkers, or in other media properties that have vampire characters.
Soul Eater had one.
Soul Eater. Right.
That did.
Night Stalkers. Blaze Blue.
But
with Volcane, but
3 that I can think of off the top of my head that literally focused on just werewolves.
That man's a huge werewolf fan.
It's so disappointing because you could get so much out of it.
And here's a prime example.
I mean, this was an excellent setup for the story.
I wanted a lot more.
And I really want to see more.
And the weird thing is we literally have 3 characters. We have Testa, we have Yonaga,
the cuteness,
and we have Rosa.
That's it.
Yeah. So
and we had
3 soldiers. Well,
yeah,
2 soldiers and a werewolf.
Yep. So yeah, a couple I'd assume like officers from one nondescript nation run into an enemy group dragging a werewolf of another nondescript nation, and they need a werewolf to decipher what's called the Lugar Code, which is apparently how wolves communicate. A mixture of the sound waves of wolf howls and feelings.
Pretty much. I mean, it's
basically it's a mixture between the wolf's howls and the telepathy.
There we go.
Yeah.
A cryptologist's worst nightmare.
Pretty much. And that's actually it's interesting to real life because we still don't understand fully how wolves communicate.
Or a whole lot of animals, really.
Well, yeah. But like a wolf howl is almost never exactly the same. And the same wolf howl could mean multiple different things, and it can start multiple different,
They can trigger, like, say, different pack actions.
Yeah.
So, like, say one howl you think is the same as, say, I don't know, a member of our pack has fallen ill or died or something. Instead, could mean, hey, there's a pack of caribou to the right.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And that's how they're brilliant at being pack hunters because they can do it very quickly, and it's really uncanny how quickly they can do it, and almost without much verbal communication. It's actually uncanny, and that's me just being a surface, a very
not being a zoologist.
yeah. My research is very surfaced. I haven't dug that deep into it.
You're a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I love wolves, of course. And this one just brought a lot to the table. The transformation was great.
The fight scene was, oh my goodness.
Fight scene was epic.
Well, actually, the first one where Yanaga calls the regular wolves in, and they start like ramming the shed and everything. Then you zoom out, you see they're like rolling 15, 20 deep, and it's just damn. That was pretty cool. And then we had the. Go ahead.
Well, if there's one thing that I could point out that I wasn't thrilled about in this was the animation.
In between, animation was pretty choppy. Gotta admit, it felt a tad rushed. Art designs were pretty good overall. I mean, not like top shelf A1 quality or anything, but
some of the
respectable.
expressions were kind of funny looking.
Like the shot with them walking up to the truck, and the one that was a werewolf in hiding was sitting there smiling oddly, and then Rosa had this
like grimacing type thing.
Weird face. Yeah, it was
kind
Very
of like
strange facial expression.
Well, I think he was kind of like going like that because Yanaga was being a smartass to him. But at this, I actually,
Not that I really noticed.
well, I heard Yanaga like saying a line, and then that's when Rosa kind of turned around and went like that. At least that's how I took it.
Yeah, it was. It had something to do more with the cipher, and Rosa didn't want him talking about the cipher.
Well, I think that scene in particular, Yanaga was talking about human nature, actually. So that won't be enough for you humans. And then you get the
Either way, the
smile.
face looked fucking stupid.
You're right. It was
Like
it was weird.
it didn't look good at all. But yeah, if there's one thing I'd have to give this one low marks on, it is the animation. Like it's done by Studio Dean, I think, and honestly, it looks like they put like their C team on it. But
At the
it
same
is
time-
a one episode OVA, so
One
you
episode
can't expect
OVA,
greatness.
yeah.
They probably didn't even spend all that much money on it, to be honest.
Or time.
And at the same time, this is better than some animations that I've seen that are from A teams.
Well, okay, so like one that we're watching right now that I think this has better animation than Blood of Wars.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So,
The animation's
I mean-
better, the fight scene better.
but then again, Blood of Wars is done by a Chinese studio, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have a little less practice at it.
Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms.
This one could have definitely used a lot more polish, but in terms of like the animation of the werewolf in general, minus more the face. I think the real problem was faces, but the rest of it was pretty on point.
I kind of like the shots chosen. How the director decided to go around them. Like that shot y'all were talking about. If not for the faces kind of being done a little sloppily, I think that would have been an amazing shot in terms of just sheer storytelling. Because, I mean, you got Yanaga going off on human nature, kind of railing against it. Rosa's a little irked by it, and then you see the enemy werewolf in hiding just grimace right in front of you. All that in frame was a brilliant shot. And then also, during the fight, well, twice during the fight, both involving the truck. First, the big werewolf gets run over by the truck out of nowhere. Oh! That was awesome. And then he gets his revenge later on by running the truck off the road with his slick and muscly abs out of nowhere.
Right?
So very good, very sudden shots to kind of elicit surprise.
Like, it was real. It actually surprised me.
Yeah.
Both times that the truck collided with a werewolf, that surprised me.
So I got to give some props to Shinya Takahashi for some of his shot selections. Pretty alright, but other than that, animation could have done better. But I think it would have if it were a full series. I think Studio Dean would have put more time and love into it.
I think the problem is the source material. There's just not enough of it, and I guess that they didn't want to take the liberty and time to flesh out a proper story, which is a shame. Another going back to the animation real quick, something that I want to kind of equate it to. Berserk 2016.
Okay.
The main character, Guts, was excellently animated. All of his fight scenes, excellently animated. Everything else, was pretty bad.
Okay.
So like Testa and Yonaga. I keep wanting to say Yolanda. Not sure why, but Testa and Yonaga, those two are excellently animated. I mean, their facial features, everything about them was pretty on point. The fight scene was pretty on point. Again, it was just like every once in a while you saw that the werewolf had a lopsided face. Or like
you get a funny looking facial expression from one of the human characters.
Particularly Rosa when he's standing there kind of slack-jawed.
Oh yeah, the surprise look from Rosa that goes on way too long.
It's a bit like it's kind of ham acting there from the look of it.
And then him like
I trust him, he would know ham acting.
No, that was over top by my standards.
But like, and him like hobbling away from the truck, that just seemed like really bad.
Oh, sorry. I was imitating Rosa.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I know that he was like really, really injured, but if you're trying to put some distance between you and a very angry werewolf that you just shot the eye out of, then you would probably be putting a little bit more pep in your step, no matter how bad it hurt.
Or slowing down and trying to shoot the other eye out.
Right. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like he like one arm just over his shoulder shot the eye out. Yes. And all he had to do was go and make another shot just like that one, which it's already been shown that he can do, no problem. I mean, he hit that guy. So the guy was holding the knife with the blade side pointing towards Rosa. So all he could see was like the blade. And boom. And he shot the knife. Yeah. So he's already proven that he's a crack shot with the pistol. Might as well just shoot the werewolf's other eye out. It's better than trying to run away when you're that injured. And actually, it's not obvious that the werewolves have regenerative powers, but I assume that they do to some point. But shooting the eyes out would probably blind the werewolf for some time. I mean, we didn't even see the eye regenerate before the werewolf died, so... Yeah. But now, then again, sense of smell and all that, but... Sense of smell, sense of hearing.
Punch in the nose.
Shoot it in the nose.
Just punch in the nose.
And if that doesn't work, then stick your stump in its eye.
Roll up some newspaper. Rub his nose in his own poo. Did you do that?
But in terms of like actual story,
it left me wanting more. A lot more. Which is sad because there is no more. Like, I don't mind the kind of open-ended endings for anime that have like light novel series that they're based off of, or ongoing manga series that they're based off of. Because if I want more and I don't want to wait for the second season, I can just go read it. Like, yeah, but that's kind of the point for those.
Yeah, but with this, you said there were only like what, 2-3 chapters of a manga.
There's 3 chapters of a manga, about 30 pages each. It might as well be a one-shot.
Pretty much.
Because most one-shots are about 90 pages anyway.
And everything that's in the OVA was covered.
Yeah, from what I could tell, I did a very quick skim. But pretty much everything in the OVA is what's in the manga, except for the very ending, which... spoiler alert, I guess. Not really that bad. The ending shows Rosa instead of showing Testa and Yanaga. Like, it shows Rosa in a office still trying to decipher the Luger code. Because he wants to see his friend again.
From here, you have some epic abilities. You have some epic ways for those abilities to work. You know, you can twist this into so many ways. You can turn it into a more of a slice of lifey between Testa and Yanaga.
I was thinking something kind of like, what's a good example of one?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Maybe they could go for a story more like Shimatsu no Izetta, kind of following Testa and Yanaga, or Utawara Umono.
Yeah, kind of a Utawara Umono type thing, minus the harem.
Yeah,
that's
or World Destruction, if you've ever heard of that anime. You guys probably actually haven't. It wasn't like that big.
I
think I might have heard
the English title is Sands of Destruction. But technically there's 3 characters that it follows, but the main 2 is just a dude and chick. And it follows them like while they're journeying around because they're fugitives.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be something like that.
That's kind of what I was trying to get to with the slice of lifey.
Natural born killers. Have you seen the movie with Woody Harrelson?
I'm afraid I haven't.
That's pretty much kind of like what you described. A couple people said to go on a killing rampage and end up as media celebrities.
But basically, you're following a couple of characters that are fugitives or transients,
or some sort of checkered past that has them on the run.
Yeah,
like being werewolves. There you go. Beautiful.
Well, being cursed werewolves. That don't fit in anywhere.
They get hunted by everyone.
But you can have the Spice and Wolf did that, where it was more of a just following Holo and I forgot his name.
Jonathan, I think.
Following Holo and
Manservant
on their escapades as
doing whatever.
But yeah, I mean,
making their way through the world.
You could clearly have that kind of story, and then have the B story where you're following Rosa,
trying to reunite.
Yeah, trying to figure out the Luger code, trying to reunite.
You could also. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you could also have the war continuing.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you could fit so many genres into this series if you just kept going. Like that, it's crazy.
Like honestly, after hearing like how little source material there is and finding out that there's only one OVA of this, I really wish we had like the financial and personnel resources to continue this story ourselves. It is that good. There's so much potential here, and it's being wasted, and I think that's a crying shame.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's why it was so disappointing, is because it's such wasted potential.
Yeah.
Yet something like Bloodivores or the Hitori no Shida from last season gets full anime. Or I can think of a number of other disappointing series that got full like seasons of anime.
Well, not only full
Isaka.
seasons, but
that shit got a full series, and I mean shit with the most capital of S's.
Oh, that's a capital SHINT.
and not just full series. I mean, there are some series that get second seasons. I'm like, why?
Masagakuen is getting a second season.
Why?
That really doesn't deserve it.
That anime should be just a 12 episode knockoff of
knockoff of
etchy fun. That's it.
Of Infinite Stratos. But yeah.
Infinite Stratos had 2 seasons too. But at least that one had a reasonable story, I guess.
No, I said that Masagakuin was it should have been just a knockoff of that.
There could totally be an original series for this that could be done to, phenomenal grades if they actually just put time and effort into it. I mean, what you guys just heard us give out for story literally came out the top of our heads. That's how. There's
we
so
didn't
much,
even talk about it beforehand.
Yeah.
There's so much potential. It's just there. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
about it.
Before we start beating this one. But here's a podcast where we talk about all the anime that we're watching this season.
If you feel like something different, go ahead and check out OS Gaming, our gaming channel, featuring Rizzo's playthrough of Tales of Hysteria, and more content coming soon.
And also, if you'd like to help support us, go ahead and hit this link. It'll take you over to our new and improved Patreon page. But let us know what you thought of this OVA and what you thought of our reaction to it in the comment section below.
Yeah, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it here on Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.